Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today I'm going to talk about traveling as a Black woman and traveling out of the country. Now, it's actually been quite a few years since I've traveled out of the country, but I've been to Europe, I've been to Africa. I had a chance to go to Asia, but didn't make it. I love to travel. Before I was a married woman, I used to get with my girlfriends and we would travel. One of the good things in my case was I got to go to other countries because either I knew someone from that country or they had family there. And so I was blessed in that regard to do that. And I know that there are a lot of people who are scared to travel, don't want to travel. And if you don't want to travel, that's your prerogative. But I do try to encourage women who might be scared, to just, kind of give them a push to say, you know what, just be mindful, be on your P's and Q's, and travel. Enjoy what the world has to offer. And I've been to, like I said, Europe, and I went to France and Spain. And I have to say that I didn't notice like racism the way that you would experience racism here. I used to work with this white lady years ago who spent a month in Europe on her honeymoon. And what she told me was when you go to France in particular, tell them that you're from Canada. She said that the French were very nasty. I don't know if I could say that. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I can pretty much attest to what she said. Especially if you don't speak their language, they can kind of look at you like, at least try to speak our language. We can speak yours. Why can't you speak ours? The south of France, breathtaking. And I remember when I was there with my friend and her husband, and we were visiting some people in the south of France. And now my friend and her sister, everybody could speak French and English except for myself and my friend's husband. And at one point, my friend, later translated for me that the people that we were visiting in the south of France asked her why was she friends with me because I couldn't speak French, which I thought that was very rude. And why my friend told me that, I don't know. We're not even friends anymore, but it has nothing to do with that. But the south of France, oh my goodness, the castles, the grape arbors, just so beautiful. And one thing I remember that was just so strange for me, you would actually see people walking down the street with French bread in their hands, just in their bare hand. I mean, bread is like, seems to be everything there. Now, mind you, that's been like close to 18 years ago since I've been there, 17 years ago. But again, absolutely stunning, beautiful. South of France. I've been to Barcelona, Spain. That was different too. They had siesta, excuse me. They had siesta, meaning like everything like closed down around lunchtime for about 2 hours or so. And it's almost like a ghost town. But the France or Spain is beautiful as well. Um, I've been to Morocco, Africa, and that was an experience. My first time on the continent of Africa. And, as with traveling everywhere, anywhere out of the United States, it makes you thankful that we are here. You don't know how other people live. You almost have to compare, you almost have to travel out of the country to appreciate what you have. Not that I don't already appreciate what I have, but when you see how other countries live, you're like, I'm glad I'm here. No disrespect for the other countries. I love visiting other countries, but just my opinion. Like I said, I've been to Morocco, and beautiful country. The people are very hospitable. Oh, and I wanted to say something, with this new show called To Rome with Love, and these black women are traveling over to to Rome for love or whatever. That wasn't my reason for being in other countries. I was just traveling with other people. But I will say, particularly like in Spain, the men did stare. But I don't remember hearing, or if they did say anything that wasn't pleasant, I wouldn't have understood what they were saying anyway. So again, I didn't feel like I was being like looked at because I was black per se. But as the white lady that I used to work with years ago told me, she said that in particular, the French, they don't like Americans, and it was kind of obvious. But I would say probably more so because I didn't speak the language. They might have treated me a little bit better had I attempted to speak French, but I don't know French. I wish I did. But it is what it is. It's been a long time ago. Um, my next major trip, I would love to go to England. I would also like to go to Ireland. And when I was going to France, we did land in Ireland. But that was just to refuel because the pilot had to turn around and he went back like 300 miles. And then, so we had to land in Ireland to refuel. But Ireland, beautiful. You hear everything about it's so green. And from what I remember, all I remember was just greenery and sheep running. And I even wrote a romance novel called Under the Irish Moon. And actually, when I write my stories, I do try to incorporate some of my experiences through my character's eyes, my experience that from traveling, to other countries. Um, so, yeah. And of course, and I've traveled pretty extensively across the United States as well. Now, I have a friend who she and her mother has traveled to every state in the union. Now, I'm not even nowhere close to that. I went out west for the first time about 3 years ago. Loved it. Would like to, travel to California again. Been to Vegas, New York, of course. I love New York. Chicago is absolutely stunning at night. Beautiful. I've been down south, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. So I'm a traveling girl. I love to travel. And I told my husband, I said, I would love to do like a road trip one day, maybe down to Tennessee, maybe go see Nashville or Memphis or something like that. So, so that's my experience with traveling out of the country. Like I said, I would just tell anybody, just be careful. It's nothing to be scared of. Just mind your surroundings and go have fun. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.